Hi guys, you're back with the Beamer Son Garage, and we appreciate you coming back. So here we are with the A-Team Buick Small Block B8 HEI distributor. And so we're going to pull the old one out and show you how to install it. Let's see how far we get. So far we've disconnected the coil, took the coil out. We unbolted the distributor cap. And so we got to do is unbolt the distributor and then pull it out and then put the new one in. So let's have at it. I recommend some gloves of some sort so you don't get your fingers all nasty. And then sometimes we do this, and so far we're going to need a little Craftsman crooked wrench. This looks like all we're going to need right now. And I believe it's 9/16, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't know if this is the wrench I actually had when I did it. I don't think it is. I put this distributor in here. It'll work though. And it's a little tedious. I mean, it is. You can't really get to it. It's not in a good spot. I'm having difficulty. That's for sure. It's moving pretty good. If I get my hand in there, I could turn the bolt and take it out. And I did. Being it's been out once, already it's knocked all the dirt and rust off the threads of the bolt. And the threads of the block, which screws into the timing cover, I think it is. Yeah, it screws into the timing cover. So there's that. Lay it over here. Next thing you do is take a marker and mark where the rotor's at. So where it's pointing at. And it looks like it's right in here. Yeah, it's not really marking as good as I thought it would. This pink's not showing up, so yeah, next best thing is take a screwdriver. Flathead. Scratch something and line it up. It's right in between here and there. We'll put a little mark right on that bracket so we know it lined up with that bracket right there. Okay, there's that. And the second thing to take note of, after you're ready to pull it out, is the rotation of this vacuum advance. So you can see where it's at right in there. So when you install it, rotor pointing in the same direction here, the tip of the rotor, which is going to line it up for whatever spark plug's next to the fire, and then your advance vacuum advance in that position there. So you want to pull it out, see which way that turns too, as it's coming out. Okay, so it turns to the left as it comes out. Okay, so there's that. And the only thing to worry about is make sure you got an O-ring on your new one. So let's see what we got here. We'll take it out of the bag for its first time, since it was manufactured. This has a vacuum advance that's settable. You can set this right here with this little Allen screw here. It's kind of round wrench. It's kind of cool. So then, what you want to do is pull the rotor excuse me, the distributor cap off so you can see the rotor. So we're going to take the cap off. We're going to rotate it. And we're going to take the cap off. This is just a simple points to electronic ignition HEI's swap. That's all this is. And then you've got a little electric hook up here. I'm going to pop it there and then there and then try to work it off. And then that frees it. So then you want to pull your crap off here, and I always double check to make sure that the gear and everything looks the same, you know. And I'll go as far as lining them up, you know, make sure it's perfect, you know. So yeah, it looks the same to me. Perfect. And of course it's got this little O-ring right there, so. And then just install it now. Make sure you gotta install the rotor button at the right clock with the distributor and the rotor, and of course the vacuum advance being at the top. So we're going to install it right now. Kind of hard to see it. Fuel line's hitting it too, so we're going to have to, you know, call so high will get fuel. So high to pay the tow, we're going to have to move it. Yeah, fuel line's right in the way. I knew it was going to be a problem. There we go. Okay, so then you want to line this rotor up to where it'll just fall right in and line right up. It's off. It's not all the way down here. Yeah. You're having some difficulty. And you're going to have that when you're messing with these old cars. Just got to have patience, you know. Pretty close right there. Just not all the way down. Sometimes if you rotate the engine by hand, it'll go the rest of the way. And we didn't bring anything out for that but our bare hands, so. Let's see if we can't rotate it by hand. Sometimes you can turn the fan and it'll turn the engine. You got a flat head. It's strong enough. Whole pulley's turning. It's about where it needs to go. Might be just bump the starter and maybe it'll go the rest of the way. Oh, we got a battery up. We disconnect the battery. Yep, we did. My son hates these side post batteries, and I do too. I mean, just give it a little bump. See if I don't put it in the rest of the way. It's lined up right where it was. This is exactly where it was. Let's see if a bump don't fix it. Or are we going to be out even further? Nope. Didn't put it where it needs to go. That time it did. I put it through. Okay, so let's just put the hold down in there. Back on. That's going to be a job. That's for sure. It was last time. It was a pain in the butt. Not going to be any easier this time. Trying to get it lined up in the holes. Problem. Being I can't see where the hole is, just try to find it is kind of a miracle. I can't even feel it. Usually you can feel it with a wrench, and yeah, I felt it that time. Feel it with a bolt. Yeah, it's a pain. Last time I was able to crank it all the way out practically by hand, and now it's just don't want to turn very good. Huh. Good for that flathead I had. So I have another one. Of course, I don't know where that flathead went. Here's a bigger one. Fuel line's in the way. Okay. Oh, going back out of the way here. There we go. There we go. Wrench. And just tighten the nut. The bolt, I mean. Yeah, you want to have it snug, you know, you don't want to have it too tight. You want to still be able to move it because, you know, we're going to have to set timing, you know, to where we want it at, you know. And this engine has a little tick, so once we get this done, we're going to have to find out what the tick is. If it's got a bent push rod or bad cam, we don't really know, so we'll know until we get the valve covers off and see what's up with that. But with this, we'll just get it to run. It's still got a tick in the engine, but, you know, we're going to do an oil change on it and hopefully fix that tick in it. I don't care what it takes to fix it. See, that's pretty tight. Turn it. Okay. And we got a new cap to put on it. And we still didn't find that screwdriver we had. There's a wrench on the ground. 10 millimeter. Looks like it's from the other kit. It is. It is from the other kit. So there's this. Going in the old build. Still got the Allen wrench to try to set that a little bit. Then we'll put the cap on it. You should have a tab in it somewhere. Where's the tab at? Is that the tab? There it is. There's the tab. And that's it right there. There it is. It's on there. That's it. Okay. Need that screwdriver. I don't know where that one is I had, but the other ones work. The favorite one, I can't find it. And that's that one. That one. That one. Okay. One distributor installed, guys. The only thing we lost was a screwdriver, so we'll probably still find it, I'm sure. I've misplaced it or covered it up with something else. It's weird. I had it when I was trying to turn over the fan. when I had it last. So I'll have to look at the video and see where I left it at. Okay, it's hitting something right there where it won't turn all the way. Yep, it's hitting on that cap right there. That's a bummer. Once in a while you run into stuff like this on these kind of crossovers. Okay, well, having trouble with this hose right here hitting too. Yeah, we're definitely having some issues with that. Hook up the electric. Boom. And then there's this one lead that has to be ran to the battery side, and then of course you got to run another lead to the tack. So I got to run one to the battery, which I'm going to run a toggle switch, and then we're going to run one for a tachometer later down the road. But there it is, installed. Pull off the little red cap, hook on the vacuum advance, back up. And yeah, I like to take the red cap and stick it on the old one. That way you don't lose it. In case that distributor's no good, you gotta send it back. You can put the cap back on it. Alright guys, so now we've got to get a set of plug wires in tomorrow because we just ordered them. Won't get them till tomorrow. And then we're going to wire that up with a toggle switch. And then we're going to run spark plug wires from this cap to the spark plugs. Take this old one out and install the new one. And that's our plan. So check back tomorrow with us, guys. We're going to have to reroute this fuel line. We may have to reroute this upper thermostat and radiator. Have to get me a different thermostat housing, maybe, and have to reroute that because that's causing me trouble. And then of course it's hitting back. It's hitting right on the housing right there. It's hitting right on it. Or it's hitting the plug wires. I think it's hitting the plug wires, isn't it? Yeah, it's hitting the plug wires. I brought the plug wires up out of the way. Yeah, like that. And then I can move it a little bit more. So I got that much advance. All right. Okay, guys, we're 24 minutes into it, so it takes a little bit of time to do a complete conversion. We had to start a little bit before we started because we already had the coil out of the way and the cap unhooked, and so there it is, installed. Check out my friends at Access Auto Parts, Jamie Phillips, Scott Speed Shop. They like to show you cool stuff like this. The whole conversion is almost completed. All we gotta do now is put the plug wires on it and wire it up, and we're done. And so we did pick up the toggle switch for it. Oh, there's that screwdriver I was wanting. Yeah, that's my dollar store screwdriver. It's magnetic, and my boy knows that's Dad's favorite. So, and yeah, you guys know it too. I just told you. But so we picked up. Oh, look at these extensions he left me. Yeah, my boy left me. I guess that's my birthday present, or my Christmas. Yeah, my birthday present. It's badass. Put that in the car in case you did need it. So there's the coil plug or points or condenser that we tried to put in here and fix this thing. We got some ends and some wire ends and whatnot. New little toggle switch, chrome. It's 35 amp. And some more wire ends. And there you go. Look at that. That's a shim for fender or something, fender bolt or something. And so there you go. So toggle switch, some ends to hook up to the distributor because it's supposed to have a pigtail. We don't have a pigtail. We're going to get one ordered. But for right now, I can wire that up and wire up the spark plug and wire up the hot to it with toggle switch. And hopefully tomorrow we'll hear this thing come to life, guys. 350/72 4-barrel. It's got some kind of Buick Performance intake carburetor on it, or not carburetor, but intake and valve covers that are pretty cool. Love them valve covers. And then intake, it's like a Performer. I think it was Performance something, Performance Plus or some kind of. There it is, Performance Products. TA Performance Products. There, it's right there and read it. Wait, boys, girls. Intake and air cleaner, or intake and valve covers. The air cleaner, we got this big black one to put on it. We got some plug wires, $24.99 at AutoZone, which is cheaper than O'Reilly's or any of these guys. It's cheapest you can get. I think it was a 1-year warranty. And so that's all we need. We don't need any kind of like 12 millimeter, high performance, we just need some plug wires, And we're doing this on a cheap. $89 in the distributor, $24.99 for the spark plug wires. And the ends, you can't really count the ends and stuff. And wire, you can't count that. Toggle switch was $7, I think, $7 or $8 for toggle switch. There's a couple different ones, but it's the same toggle switch as the most expensive one they have without having all the little different color boots on it. And I said, we don't need the boots. We're not going for flair in this car. We're just going for, practicability and, what works, So we may have to, reroute this fuel line, which I'm definitely going to reroute this fuel line and have some, this filter right there in the way, go, duh, it's hello, So we'll have to maybe eliminate the fuel filter there, put it somewhere else, It's right there in the way, kind of sucks, Really does the way they did that, and rubber hosed it, and it's not super safe. It should, more steel line the better off you are if you got a steel line going up to it, than just a little piece of hose going right to the carb itself, because it doesn't have a flare fitting. These Hollies are pretty much just universal. This one is a little choke, 600 with a little choke, automatic choke, and it's not wired either, so it's nothing's hooked to it. And there's even a vacuum line over here, completely disconnected, right here. So that's got to be plugged. And once we put that together, plug wires and get that plugged, and we're gonna fire this old girl off, and you guys are gonna see it here at Beer and Son Garage. So check back with us. Like I said, check out Actions Auto Parts, Jamie Phillips' channel, Scott's Speed Shop. Come on back for the next installment of this, and we'll teach you how to do your own conversion. You can do it at home on the cheap. We're less than, let's see here, $90 and 25. We're at $115. Okay, so cheap, guys. You can do this at home. If the old points car won't run no more, just drop an HEI in it and be done. So pick you up a set of plug wires, rig you up a little toggle switch. See, that's a 12-volt coil. And these cars here were old points cars. This one here and this one here too, both of them all the way up. But these are old points cars, so they only have a 9-volt power wire, which is a resistor coming out to the points. So we're going to run a 12-volt toggle switch, right power right to it. We want full power. And that's it, guys. Tomorrow my son will be here and we'll wire this up. He'll probably shoot the video and sweet. check out my buddies, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye. And like he said, I had another person on the channel video, another piece of shit guy had a shitty ass comment, said, oh, I know who it was, Maxwell Rumping again. Oh, or probably was Bebo. Oh, even the pros, you know, don't think any of these cars are special. Really. Here's the original pony car. A 65 Barracuda, okay? That's the original pony car. Here's a 69 Mach and a 70 Mustang fastback. These are the fastback that everybody wants. Everybody's looking to get a 69 or a 70 fastback. Mach 1 fastback. They don't care. They'll take whatever they can get. And you know, then we got two Buick muscle car, you know, Skylarks, you know, from 71 and 72. So they're all in the early 70s. So we got the cars from the 60s, 70s. And they are what the pros want. That's why Richard Rollins, Dennis Collins goes out of his way to find a 70 or a 69 Mach 1 or a 70 Mustang. Fastback Mach, either one. And these Buicks too. They'd be all over these Buicks, these high dollar guys. And that's what the pros want. You dumbass, Mr. Obvious. Voicing again. See you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.